there is this ability with dreaming that we do not usually tap into. You guys, the day before my 24th birthday, I had a dream. I had a lucid dream, to be exact, and this was like a very lucid dream, probably the most lucid dream I've ever had. Of course, it comes after filming and posting my YouTube video called Lucid Dreams. I knew that I was going to have a lucid dream experience after posting that video. And I knew that I shouldn't even wait, because that whatever cool experience I had after could be its own video. So here we go. I didn't say in that lucid dreams video that I feel an amazing lucid dream coming on, because I wasn't really sure and I didn't want to jinx it, but I knew this was going to happen. I didn't know how this was going to happen. I did not try to do this, but I just knew when I was filming that video, like, I bet that I'm going to have an amazing lucid dream after this, because like I said in the video, I've had lucid dreams before where it hasn't been, you know, anything super powerful, but I'm usually like half lucid in dreams. This dream, I have my little dreams notes here, so I'm going to kind of read off of this to refresh my mind because it's been a few days now. So this started off just like kind of any random dream. I had a dream prior in the night too that didn't have much deep meaning to it. It was really just my sub and unconscious mind coming through. So then this dream where I eventually get lucid starts, and it was like a weird scenario, kind of like a school type dream that I had been thrown into. There was drama between like popular guys and these like girlfriends behind the scenes of this sport game that was going on. There was a really big deal for this weird like school. So anyways, at this sporting event, whatever you want to call this weird sport that they were playing, I saw this like toddler crawling up, one of the toddlers that is in the daycare I work for, and I was like, where are your parents? Like, you and your brother are always in my dreams without your parents. And then I was like, whoa, I'm dreaming. And I was like, bye, dude, you're not real right now. Like, I'm not gonna look for your parents for you, because that's what I would usually do in the dream. That's the semi-lucid version of Sydney. What I would do is like, let me go look for your parents or something. But for some reason, when I saw this kid and I was about to go look for the parents, I was like, why am I doing this in my dream? This isn't real. I don't need to look for your parents. You're not real. I'm dreaming right now. And so I was like, wow, I'm lucid now. So immediately I was like, okay, I'm going to go walk to the other side of this arena and I'm going to find somebody that I want to talk to. There's this couple that I know who I've known for a few years now, and they are people that I find pretty wise for some reason, and they've popped up in my dreams quite a bit for some reason. So I just have this knowing that if I find them, like, amazing information can come through them, because they themselves are like a metaphor in my dreams regularly for my higher self or something to come through. So I go, and as I'm kind of walking to them, as I know I'm lucid, I see people, and some of these people, oh my gosh, some of the people are looking at me like, what in the world? You're like not going along with the script. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting from these random people that I see in the dream. They feel like actors and actresses to a certain extent. They don't feel like real people. They feel programmed, and they're looking at me like I'm on Broadway messing up their play or something. They're like, what in the heck? And then some people in the dream were saying, I can't believe in a couple months it's going to be 2026. And I was like, I know, right? Me too. And I just remember that detail, and it was really weird because most of the people were like, what the heck? Like, this girl is lucid right now. But some of the people were, you know, wanting to spout out some of this wisdom, and it was real, because usually in dreams, time is wonky. It's not really 2025, almost 2026, but that was true. And in that lucid dream, I knew, and the people around me even literally said, like, you know, I can't believe it's going to be 2026 in just a couple months, like just the rest of November and then December, and it's almost 2026. And I was like, yeah, I know, right? And I thought that was really weird. And I didn't throw that out there. They threw that out there to me because I was receptive to that, if that makes sense. So anyways, I find this couple that I was going to find in the dream, and I knew I would find them over there. Like, they bada bing, bada boom, placed themselves in the dream over there because that's what I wanted, because I was lucid. And so I told them, I was like, this is a dream. And they were like, everything is a dream, Sydney. And then I'm like, but that stuff is awake real. This is like literally a dream. This is a sleep reel right now. And so I asked them, and I asked the woman in particular, I said, why do we dream? And she said, the purpose of dreams is to mesh subconscious minds. Like, yeah, of course, I got that understanding that, yeah, obviously dreams are this representation of our sub and unconscious mind coming through, you know? But she said, the purpose of dreams is to mesh subconscious minds, like multiple different people's, and to walk in someone else's simulation to see if their intentions are pure before agreeing to treaties. That was very specific. Like, it's to walk in someone else's simulation, which a lot of people say, oh, this is all just a simulation. I can see truth in that. I don't usually use that word, though, because I don't relate to that word as strongly as some other people who throw it around quite frequently. If you guys know me and you watch my videos, you know I don't really say the word simulation that much. But she did. She said dreams are to walk in someone else's simulation. There is this ability with dreaming that we do not usually tap into, okay? At least the general public. But a big part of this is the reason why you would want to walk in someone else's simulation. Sure, maybe to clear out karma. I have a video on like karmic dreams, karmic relationships, clearing that energy, working through that through dreams. That's very real. You can interact with other souls in dreams. I've done this before. It feels very real. But there are other more large-scale worldly event things that she was sounding like in this dream, like, are going on. World leaders, or not even world leaders, people behind the scenes usually, who walk in someone else's simulation to see if their intentions are pure before agreeing to treaties. This before agreeing to treaties thing was very, very clear. Those specific words, which are weird, kind of old sounding words to use, like treaties, like wouldn't you use like alliances and stuff like that? Same thing, but she used the word treaties and it was very specific. It's this mental test. It kind of reminds me of the end of the Netflix TV show called The 100. It has some of those vibes in there, like this mental test. Even earlier seasons when there's that alley thing and there's the mental test there, but also the mental test at the very end of the show. So this walking in someone else's simulation, it's like a mental test to see their true intentions. It's kind of like Divergent movies. It's kind of like these other movies and TV shows that have these mental tests within them. That's what dreaming can be like when you use this other ability that we have to not only lucid dream, but to lucid dream in someone else's dream world, okay? Their dream world is their sub and unconscious mind. That's their simulation, as she called it. So after hearing this information, I say, well, I would like to walk in Donald Trump's simulation, see his intentions. But for some reason I also said, but because I'm lucid, I want to just kind of try this out and also go somewhere first just to see if I can really go anywhere. So I guess I'm gonna go on an airplane and fly to upstate New York because I have family there and I travel there quite frequently. So I just wanted to pop over to New York real quick and just see if I can do traveling like this in this lucid dream. But then I really wanted to tap in and see what Donald Trump's intentions were and walk in his simulation. But then as I'm on this airplane to New York, my alarm goes off and I wake up. Let me know what you guys think of this video. Please leave me other video topic suggestions down in the comments. Also, it's almost time for my 7th Q&A. That will be episode 350, so leave me questions for that upcoming Q&A video. I'm going to leave links in this description to my Sleep in Dreams playlist and my lucid dreaming video. I feel like I should also say that I do intuitive and astrological readings. If you guys are interested in that, hit me up. My email is sydalexandriaegypt@gmail.com. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys. Peace out.